Welcome guys, welcome back to Battle of the Taurus. Today we're making a vegan pot pie. So, I've been craving a pot pie since the first time I've made it. So this is literally only my maybe second or third time making this. And I consciously did it this time. I tweaked a couple things. I still have more things to tweak, but I never follow a recipe. So here we go. Chopping up celery, because celery some people hate celery, but it's a crucial part of pot pies and like stews and soups and things. Get into a little bit of celery. So I chopped up celery. I'm chopping up a few carrots. They're very skinny. The thing is about me prepping for this pot pie is that I'm also prepping for some lentils at the same time. So I think I don't use all of these carrots for the pot pie. I end up using some of them for the lentils too, so beware. Watching this just really made me remind myself that I really need a shaver. I don't have a shaver to peel the skin off of things. I just was using a little paring knife. Alright, I'm chopping up my carrots. I'm just chopping up into little discs. Nothing crazy. It's all gonna get soft and broken down anyway. We like a chunky pot pie. You don't want your pot pie to be like soup and you gotta guess what's in there, like the frozen ones. You know, the frozen pot pies. What's the brand? Banquet. Used to get those. You see a hint of a carrot, a whisper of a carrot. You're like, oh, that was a carrot, but it disappeared when it cooked. I'm peeling a potato because, gotta make it a little hearty somehow. So 1 potato, dice her up. A red onion, we love her. Dice her up as well. When's the last time an onion made you cry? I feel like lately onions haven't been making me cry, but I feel like only the yellow ones do. I feel like only the yellow onions make me cry recently, not the red ones. So I'm peeling up a few cloves of garlic. I think I end up peeling maybe probably the whole head almost, probably 3 to 5 cloves for this pot pie, but I probably cut some up for the lentils as well. So I'm sorry guys, I never have measurements. Are you guys sick of me yet? I cut up so many oyster mushrooms, probably what's equivalent to a half pound to 3/4 of a pound. I love oyster mushrooms. They're just such a good umami taste and adds nice texture to anything that you're cooking, especially when you're cooking something like this where things just soften up. You want to add a nice little meaty texture to it. So I just put some avocado oil in the pan, good enough so all of this can cook down. Put the mushrooms and carrots in first because those are the things that need to cook the longest. So put those in there. I'm gonna put chickpeas in there as well. I'll put a half a can of chickpeas. I think I used the other half for something else, and put about half of those onions. I'm cleaning up because I'm putting what I'm going to use for the lentils in a separate bowl at the same time as I'm distributing what's going to go in the pot pie right now. So excuse me as I clean up my mess. So yeah, I have those cooking down before I put the celery in, because not that I want the celery to be crunchy, but I don't want it to be like soggy either. So I'm putting a lot of black pepper. I definitely put adobo. This is me putting thyme in there. Definitely put turmeric. The thyme is crucial though. Honestly, thyme, like, you got to get into the herbs. I'm telling you. If you don't, use a variety of herbs in your food, you're lost in the sauce. Definitely rosemary and basil also going in there. Onion powder. But keep it simple on the ingredients, honestly. Because I'm telling you, when you cook mushrooms down and you just season them a little bit, that flavor really just comes out. The chickpeas as well. Like, both of those proteins are amazing. So then you're going to put the celery in once, everything else is kind of half cooked. I put my garlic in there, about half of it, because we're using the rest for my lentils. And I'm going to put, that's probably like, I would say probably like 3 tablespoons of white wine vinegar or cooking wine, which one you want to use. And just let that cook down. You want to taste for texture, but also taste for taste. I added a little extra pink salt in there and a little extra wine. And the cooking wine is something that is a new addition, because I did not do that the last time. I feel like it just added a new layer of flavor, New layer of flavor. I added a little bit more time because I feel like it needed some more herbs. Especially because we're about to add like cream and like things that are going to like thicken it up. So you're really going to make sure the flavor is like pungent almost, because we're about to add like, flour and broth and things that are going to like loosen it up and water it down a little bit. Adding more pepper because it's just not peppery enough. Adding more oregano and basil. And I'm adding my potatoes in last because I'm about to add my liquid. I added nutritional yeast because that's very imperative, because I did not want to actually put cheese in my I didn't want to actually put cheese in it, so I just put the nutritional yeast for the cheesy flavor. And then I'm adding some unbleached, all-purpose flour. Yeah, just mix it with a little bit of water so that you don't get chunks of flour. We're not trying to make dumplings or gnocchi, So mix your flour with a little water, put it in there, and I also put a little vegan heavy cream in there. And now we get a little creamy little base that we need to wait to cook down so it can thicken up. So this can be our filling. Okay, guys? This low-key will probably go hard as like a creamy soup as well, like a chunky creamy soup. I don't know how much of a fan of chunky creamy soup I am. So as you can see, it's starting to cook down a little bit. It's getting dark again. It's not so creamy. I'm just keeping it moving so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, because this is a wide pan. It's not like necessarily a pot. So letting it cook down. At the same time while it's cooking down, I'm immersion blending my tomatoes for the base of my lentils, so don't mind me. I still don't think that I have a full lentil video out, so eventually I'll make one if you guys really want to see a full video on like how I'd be making these lentils, because I make lentils at least once a week. I feel like I just love them. They're so easy. They're full of like nutrients as well. They're a good way to get some more nutrients in. You can put them on top of things. You can eat them by themselves. You can eat them with rice. It can be a side. I love a lentil. But these ones are really good. The tomato base, shout out to my cousin Deja for getting me this immersion blender for Christmas. I appreciate her so much. So yeah, I'm just cooking my lentils. Don't mind me. This is not about the lentils. We're getting back into the pot pie in a minute. Our base is getting thicker. Our filling for our pot pie is getting thicker. Yes, girl. I would say probably like, it probably was cooking for probably like a half hour to really cook down fully, because I really got to season my lentils and everything while this was cooking down. So I would say probably like a half hour to really get into it. And don't worry, I'm gonna show y'all the lentils when they're done, because I don't want to leave y'all on a cliffhanger. Like, she made that whole pot in front of us and she ain't show us what it really got down to at the end. Listen, I got you. And I always, lately, my new thing is putting bay leaves in a tea bag and then hanging it on the side of the pot. I tie it on there, so if I mix, it's still going. But having the bay leaves infusing the broth instead of putting bay leaves in your stuff and then having to fish them out, much easier process. Ooh, much easier process. Do y'all see the pot pie? Do y'all see how thick she is? So this is a dilemma that I was going through. I need to get some pie crust that I actually really like. So I haven't really found any yet. Therefore, I've been using biscuits every time I make my pot pie. It's hard to stretch them. I wish that I had a rolling pin. So I probably could have like shrunk the amount of biscuits I use for this, but I ended up using the entire tin of biscuits to spread them out in order to make my pie crust. It's giving homemade, it's giving DIY, it's giving impromptu, but you know what? That's how we know it's homemade. Nobody could ever clock me at the bake sale. Nobody could ever clock me at the bake sale that I brought in a store-bought pot pie. They could never clock me. They could never check me. Remember those times where, like, you know, your school would have something, they're like, oh, bring some cupcakes. Make something homemade though. Like, we want to show your talent. And somebody would just buy some from like ShopRite, and it's like, I saw those at ShopRite today. I went hard last night trying to bake my my cupcakes. Yeah, so I'm just filling this with the whole filling. I think I saved some on the side for myself just to eat some while it was cooking. But I filled the pan up pretty good, and then I'm just adding the biscuits on top. There's no special way to do this because this is all, you know, it's all up to your imagination. I'm not mad. Like, I would like an even layer, but as far as like the presentation, I'm not mad at how this ended up looking, guys. It's giving like rustic. Yes, it's giving rustic. It's giving like I made this in a cabin, on a cabin trip, fireside. It's giving, you know, it's giving brick oven. I don't know. It's giving brick oven. Just still stretching them out. I think I got one more left. I think I just plop it like right there in the middle, which is like, you know, maybe controversial, but I just wanted it to be as much covered as it could possibly be. Okay, boom. In the oven, I think I put it on like 350. Take a look at the lentils. Side note, they're delicious, they're colorful, but the real reveal, here we go. I sprinkled some rosemary on top as it was cooking to give it a little and there we go. This was a delicious meal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.